motivational person. Russell Mack, back in Vietnam. Finally, feels great to be back. Feels fantastic. It feels good to go to a pagoda again. I know I'm Muslim, but I like going to pagodas. Sue me. Haram police, find me, sue me, throw me in jail. I like going to pagodas. Anyways, the myth of Asians not having a religion, or people in the East not having a religion, is just out of control. When I was back in America a few days ago, I was there for a couple months, and as I converse amongst people, the statement always comes up. Wait, those people don't have a religion. Aren't those people a-religious? They don't have a God, they don't believe anything. So I'm just here to clear up the ignorance as somebody who's lived on both sides adequately. I'm here to clear up the confusion because a lot of people in the West seem to believe that for some reason Asians don't have a religion, or that they're a bunch of raging atheists for some reason. But that's actually not true. They're actually, speaking of Vietnamese people, I'm in Vietnam, they're actually very spiritual people. Just because they don't believe in an Abrahamic religion doesn't mean that they're not religious people. They still absolutely are. And if you come here, you can see the religious culture everywhere. You see the Buddhism everywhere. You still feel God in the air. It's just, they might call it something different, but it is the same God that they're praying to. They're still spiritual. You go into the shops and you see the shrine, you see the little Buddhist shrines everywhere, and you see these eloquent, elaborate pagodas everywhere. So these people definitely do have religion. Asians definitely do have a religion. It's just not an Abrahamic religion. And that's totally fine. Because as a Muslim, let's be professional for a second. As a Muslim, let's look at the current state of Abrahamic religions around the world, alright? So let's begin with Christianity, because I'm from America, that's the predominant religion in America. Let's begin with Christianity. It's completely cucked. 80% of the churches have sold out to the woke mob, or they've been hijacked by them. Let's see what else. You can't date in the West as a Christian man anymore because you're gonna get wrecked because of game theory. What else? It's just become a joke. It's just become a joke in general. It's divided. There's endless denominations of Christianity. It's just become a complete joke. Okay, so that's Christianity. That's already ruined. Not that it had a decent reputation to begin with. Do I need to talk about the Crusades and all the wars that were started and the conquests that were started from Christianity? The witch hunts, etc. Do I need to go into that? Anyways, I know I'm gonna piss a lot of people off with this video, but that's okay. I'll be the bad guy, that's my job. Russell Mack's the villain. That's what I have to do. Anyways, let's proceed. Let's move on to Judaism. Oh, actually no, let's talk about Judaism and Islam at the same time, because they're basically two sides of the same coin. And I know the first thing that comes to your mind right now is probably the Israel-Palestine conflict. And that's a very apt description of what's going on. What is Judaism and Islam these days? It's just filled with extremists and supremacists. That's Islam and Judaism these days, really. So they've gotten completely off the rails too. They're just filled with just people who want to control the world. And they're the ones starting most of the global problems and wars and conflicts right now. Have you seen Buddhists starting any major wars? I don't know. I don't know much about it. Have you? I don't know. Leave something below in the comments if you have. I don't think they are. I've never heard of it. Nothing crazy. Not like the Israel-Palestine conflict. So yeah, anyway, like those are the three Abrahamic religions. That's the current state of it right now. You know, one's a cucked religion, and the other two are just a bunch of supremacists and extremists, dickheads. So, what does that say about Abrahamic religions? Is that what you think God wants? Or Allah? Is that really what you think God envisioned for the world? That He whatever happened to thou shalt not kill. But now, all of a sudden, now it's okay because God told me in my book that I should go and murder the other religion because ours is the best, right? Yeah, I'm sure that's what God envisioned for the world, for us to be killing each other. Please proceed, dickhead. But anyways. Yeah, so Asians absolutely are spiritual people. And I'm talking more specifically about Vietnamese people, and you can feel it in the air when you come here. You know, but I suppose you'd have to get off of Fox News and CNN and actually travel the world to figure that out. Which of course, most of you Americans aren't going to want to do.